One of the wonderful dilemmas of Halloween is just what should I do with all this Halloween candy that my kids get? It's super fun for a night to be able to have whatever treats you like. But after that, it is so much sugar that my kids don't need. So a few years ago, we started creating science projects with our Halloween candy. None of them are super fancy. They involve the microwave, baking soda, vinegar. I believe if you soak gummy bears in vinegar, in cold water, in salty water, you can find out random results. Just do a Google search and you'll find a bunch of interesting experiments you can do with candy. Well, my kids are at the point where they pretty much took an hour or so and made up their own science experiments this morning. This is my 6-year-old putting baking soda and vinegar into a bowl and then stirring it with her lollipop. More on that in a minute. The boys put together one of our favorites where they took one of every chocolate bar. We split it in half. This time we put some in the microwave, some in the oven. Back to Brielle, she is deciding to put some peanut butter in with her baking soda, vinegar, and sucker, and she keeps coming back to this. Later on, you'll see the concoction where she actually put her whole Milky Way bar in there, which is great. I mean, it's a full-size candy bar. Might as well use it up in a science experiment. It's a great way when you have too much sugar to get rid of it. So these are the ones we put in the oven. It's really kind of fun to talk about which chocolates they think are going to melt quicker, which ones are not going to melt, which parts like caramel melts a lot quicker than chocolate. Nougat doesn't really melt. Oh, she's added her, oh no, this might be peanut butter. Later she adds her Milky Way. But she just keeps stirring and experimenting. And I'm not super worried or concerned about she needs to know the details or the whys or the hows of what's happening. She's 6. She's at the point where some of it just comes from experimenting and trying to figure out what in the world is happening in the world around her. One of our more satisfying ones is watching chocolate balloon up at the microwave from getting too hot. This all took, I think, about a minute to make it happen in the microwave. In the oven, it took longer, but it all depends on what oven temp you have it set to. Another fun microwave trick is when you put various like Jolly Ranchers and maybe some other candies that are not chocolate. You see how they melt, and you can actually take Jolly Ranchers, melt them, blow bubbles with them, blow sugar bubbles. It's really fun. I think this is one of the kids' favorite. And yes, they like to kind of munch on the chocolate when it's all done, but I usually get to throw most of this candy away after it's been experimented on. Again, kind of fun to see the differences between the heated up in the oven and the microwave. This is one of the kids' favorite. And again, great way to get rid of your Halloween candy.